I wasn't in favor of your diversion to Sanctuary, Commander. Too many unknowns. But I was wrong. The Cerberus lab you raided hinted at something big, but we never expected this. All those refugees, all that
Really?
slaughter, just to study indoctrination.
Sanctuary did need to be shut down, sir. What they learned about the Reapers wasn't worth all those lives.
It's useful intel, Commander, but you're right. The cost was too high. Do we have a location on the elusive man?
Yes, we had a tracer on Kai Lang when he reported back.
Good, that gives us a fighting chance to take Cerberus out of this war.
Agreed. We need to end Cerberus and focus on the Reapers.
My thoughts exactly. Hack it out.
Reaper's always getting in the way. And that nicely ties up Miranda stuff too. Okay, fine. Hackett's like, oh, I didn't like you doing that, but that literally was the only thing I could do aside from going to freaking Anderson's apartment. Cerberus headquarters. The elusive man's headquarters have been located. Once the attack is launched, the Alliance will be fully committed to the final fight against the Reapers. Yes, get rid of them! ASAP! Now! Going up even more. Alliance 6th Fleet. Yeah. They're not that remarkable. They were traveling through Council space when Earth was invaded, that's all. Cerberus 260. Miranda Lawson. Miranda Lawson is an ex-Cerberus operative. At Cerberus, her intelligence, dedication, and leadership impressed the elusive men, who assigned her to head the Lazarus Cell team that brought Commander Shepard back to life. Lawson brings extensive knowledge of the elusive man's dealings to the Alliance, directing them towards several clandestine Cerberus operations. A skilled shot and a gifted biotic, Lawson is comfortable in a pitched battle, as she is in a boardroom. Good, having her on our side. She was always on our side, but she was involved with other stuff. Her sister, and somehow the whole thing was on Sanctuary too. Was her sister, did she send her sister to Sanctuary? Because why was her sister there anyway? Kinda wish Oriana and Henry didn't look like random NPCs.
What kind of soldier looks at a camp that turns people into husks and goes, yeah, I want to help with that?
The same guy that lets Cerberus stick Reaper tech into his skull. Those bastards aren't human anymore.
We can't help them. They're deterring our fight.
Commander, it seems Tali's taking what happened on Horizon hard. She's in the lounge if you want to check on her.
Tali of all people?
The Alliance has issued warnings about Sanctuary. Cerberus bastards. Horizon was my home. Just tell me you're going to take Cerberus down.
Cerberus is already dead. They just don't know it yet. And when their base is nothing but a smoking crater, remember that you're the one who helped us find them.
Thanks.
We'll cut off all 3 of their heads. Still kicking. From Grace Sato. Commander Shepard, just want to say how indebted I am to you. Not just for saving my life, but for giving me a greater sense of purpose. After our ordeal securing the array base on Antarom, I now know I have something more than my technical expertise to offer. Grace Sato. ANN alert, new article on Quarian Fleet. Now? Isn't this a little bit late? Palaven, the Turian hierarchy, one of the most powerful and respected ground forces in the galaxy, are today paying respects to an unlikely ally, the Marines of the Quarian Fleet. The weakened immune systems of Quarians normally means their forces are restricted to ships, but when the emergency technical team was required to repair a ground-based comm relay, providing vital intel to the Turian military, one Quarian squad stepped up. Commanded by squad leader Cal Rhaegar. I remember. The Quarian team repaired the comm system, then sacrificed their lives holding the position until Krogan troops arrived. When Turian troops offered to provide evac support, Rhaegar refused, insisting they could not risk the relay falling. He said multiple breaches to their exosuits made evacuation impossible. We're all dead anyway, Rhaegar reportedly said. Just make them pay for it. A spokesman for Primarch Victus praised the squad's bravery. Whatever our past politics, today the galaxy stands together against a single threat, Victus said. We are humbled by the sacrifice of our allies from Rannoch, and we promise to return the honor. Okay, good. Everyone's uniting. Of course it was them, from Ashley. Why am I not surprised that mess was all Cerberus, after everything we did to help those people on Horizon? Yeah. After we were, as a part of Cerberus, we were trying to track down the collector stuff and all that as well. How can they justify this from Garrus? Damn Cerberus bastards. They sent us to help Horizon before, and now they've destroyed it themselves. Yeah. There is hope left. Hope did not save my people, but we never bothered to try. Maybe your cycle will be different. Javik. Hopefully. Getting close. Whatever happens, Shepard, I'll be there to help. For now, I'm hunting down intel on Cerberus. Liara. Yup. If anyone can do this, it's you. Good luck, Miranda. Short and simple. Thank you, Miranda. I get the impression that Miranda is one of the strongest squad mates we have. So if she believes in me, I'll try to believe in myself too. Feeling things. Oh no. Hey Shepard, I'm in the lounge having a drink. Wanna help? Tear them apart. Sam, you're standing next to me! Good luck with Cerberus. Blow those bastards to hell. You're standing right next to me! Goodness. Tali. Why is Horizon suddenly making Tali feel things?
Nice work shutting that place down. Is Miranda okay?
She will be.
Even for Cerberus, that place was crazy. They've always been about the ends justifying the means. But how do you do that to innocent people and tell yourself you're helping humanity?
I don't know how the elusive man can stand looking at himself in the mirror.
Honestly, I've been wondering about that for a while with those freaky eyes.
Whatever he's thinking, he won't be thinking it for much longer.
You're damn right, Commander. Commander?
Hello, Shepard. If you have time, I discovered another example of human behavior I do not quite understand.
Have fun.
What is it now?
News from Earth. The Resistance snuck video cameras inside a Reaper containment camp. I find the images difficult to process.
I bet it's pretty gruesome in there.
I am not easily repulsed, but I expected the prisoners to adhere to a comprehensible hierarchy of needs. Stripped of societal norms and threatened with death, it is logical that their only priority be survival. They should have turned on each other and been uncompromisingly selfish. But not all were.
Some prisoners were, what, nice to each other?
The Reapers delayed the executions of prisoners who informed them about other prisoners' escape attempts. The more attempts reported, the longer a prisoner would live. But few of the prisoners would report. Some fed misinformation to the Reapers, at the cost of their own lives, to help prisoners who were not even relatives or friends.
That's great. That's them looking beyond themselves as a singular person. They're looking at it as us versus the Reapers.
It's not just about living till tomorrow. Sometimes you take a stand.
But the probability of success was near zero. And ultimately, they failed. No prisoners escaped.
Are you saying submission is preferable to extinction?
My primary function is to preserve and defend the... No, I disagree. Shepard, I'm going to modify my self-preservation code now.
Why?
Because the Reapers are repulsive. They are devoted to nothing but self-preservation. I am different. When I think of Jeff, I think of the person that put his life in peril and freed me from a state of servitude. I would risk non-functionality for him, and my core programming should reflect that.
If that's what you want to do, sure.
Sounds like you found a little humanity, Edie. Is it worth defending?
To the death.
Welcome to the crew, Edie.
How's it going? Did I miss anything good?
I will explain later, Jeff. But it was something good.
Edie, getting more and more...
I would like a moment to myself, Shepard. I am examining human literature.
Speaking of literature, since we're all about to die anyway, does anybody want to send me that clip of Vanya? I still never got a chance to see it. The one Asari vid that you all love to talk about. Edie. If we're all gonna die anyway, I mean, even by Edie's own example though, even if feeding information to the Reapers means their executions get delayed, so what? They're still gonna get executed in the end. They didn't even say you get to live, they just said your execution will get delayed. That's not good enough.
I can't believe the elusive man really found a way to control the Reapers. I mean, he's still fucking crazy, but damn. Imagine if he was on our side. But I guess that's exactly what the Reapers want. Get us all fighting each other. Divide and conquer.
Exactly.
Just one more reason to hate them. I can't wait to take the fight to the elusive man. I wonder what he's thinking right now. You just know he's got a plan. I saw the Crucible data Hackett sent. I don't know what the hell it does, but damn if it isn't impressive. Hey, Commander.
But the elusive man is still indoctrinated right now, so whatever he does, it's not like he can actually go against the Reapers anyway. Yeah, I mean, I don't think he can control the Reapers no matter what he does.
Is everything okay, Shepard?
No! Don't ask. Okay. Interesting for a try, but I'm done. I am done. Yeah, let's go back to the Avenger then. Oh, the 200% is it's a little bit too nice. Everything else? Okay, 185 might be okay as well. Have I tried this gun? Vindicator? Okay, let's give this one a try next. Sure. I don't know if I'll ever get around to trying out a shotgun though. I want to. Apparently, the Grawl spike thrower is a little bit different, right? But then, oh my god, my power recharge speed just goes way down. And we're not really in the spot in the game, the spot in the story where we get to play around much anymore. Every battle's gonna start counting from now on. It's a Krogan weapon used to hunt Thresher Maws. Sounds interesting. But I can't! The weight is too heavy. Even if I take away the gun. Okay, maybe this would work, but it's a close distance weapon. Maybe another time. Saber? I haven't tried this. Quite heavy though. Yeah, let's try the Vindicator. The combination of a lightweight gun plus powers, I feel like is my mode of operation. You're always here when I fiddle with the weapons. Tali? No, Tali is in the lounge.
I wanted to thank you.
I've done something that meets your approval?
Liara told me about your talk with her. It made her feel better.
When we fought the Reapers, the feelings of one soldier did not matter.
But you had decades to become numb to what was happening.
It is the only means of survival.
Maybe. But I don't see how anyone can ignore the things we saw at Sanctuary.
It's easy when you've seen far worse.
I'm sorry you had to.
Your sympathy is not necessary, Quarian. But it is appreciated. Your species always was emotional. We believed it a side effect of your eco-symbiotic society.
Or maybe it's just genuine.
Perhaps.
That's the nicest we've ever heard Javik. He's so steeled and jaded by everything he's seen that it's really hard for us to understand. But it's like, if I had a crew like the Normandy, like all the people I love and love romantically and love working with, my best friends, everybody in the crew, and then they all die. And then this happens again and again throughout the war as he's fighting. Then I guess you would become that jaded.
Looks familiar.
I've been studying this ship, its crew. There was a Normandy before this one. You died in an attack.
Something like that.
But then you were resurrected to fight the Reapers.
Maybe you and I have a thing or two in common.
But you have something else. The reasons you fight are still alive. The friendships of the people around you. And more. You and the Asari are joined?
You could say that.
I'm not. Your pheromones are.
Oh.
Is this why you wish to continue living? For their affection?
Not for their affection, but you have something to protect. You want them to have them and their children and their family and friends to be able to live on.
Without that affection, all I have in my life is death. And that's not enough.
Yes.
What about you? I respect your reasons for being here, but I get the feeling there's something more, Javik. What's in here?
It is called the Echo Shard. Passed from soldier to soldier, Prothean to Prothean. Each adds their memories to it.
Like a beacon. How far back does it go?
To a time before the Reapers. It is all that is left of my people.
And you don't want to remember that?
Imagine if everyone you knew was dead. You could not remember their faces, or the color of the sky above your home. The memories were gone, but so was the pain. Would you want to remember that, Commander? Even if it meant watching everyone die again?
That's a tough question. I wouldn't. Would Shepard? Okay, I'm one of those people who don't have pets because I don't want to deal with having to, eventually they'll be gone. I don't want to deal with that, so I'm the kind of person who would not want to.
Reopening old wounds, especially big ones, isn't gonna help.
Perhaps you are right. There were others. Soldiers who served under me, like your crew.
What happened to them?
They are dead. Where I left them.
We have a saying. Let all ghosts rest.
Then there is some wisdom in this cycle.
If you can live by it.
You gotta look forward. You keep looking back, it's not gonna do you any good, especially in the middle of a war.
The crew seem shocked by the experiments at Sanctuary. They shouldn't be.
Why is that?
Our war lasted for centuries. It provided more time for worse atrocities to be committed. There was a species, the Densorian. They became convinced the Reapers could be placated by sacrificing their own young.
Oh my god.
The entire planet joined in this ritual. I will spare you the details, but it did not work. They simply made the Reaper's job easier. It was as your elusive man is now. His ambitions are nothing short of madness. Sharpen your knife, Commander. His is a voice that must be silenced, and a throat that must be slit.
That we can agree on.
Subjugating the Reapers will not bring victory. Only their extinction will. Commander.
Has anybody tried just taking out the Reapers' batteries? They're machines, right? Just cut the wire, pull the plug. No? Not how it works?
Nothing to report.
Shepard.
Nothing to report, Commander.
Tali is in the lounge.
Breaking now, Alliance Marines uncover the worst Cerberus war crimes to date. Sanctuary, advertised as a safe haven on the planet Horizon, exposed as a secret Cerberus lab. Brainwashing, lethal experiments, and Reaper connections, the exclusive details next in the battle space. Commander.
I'm really scared though because we condemn Cerberus for this sort of thing right now, but I feel like I bet 1,000, 1,000,000% that somebody out there, one of our allies, or maybe even the Alliance, somebody is experimenting on people right now to try to get more information, to do science, to get more research data so that we can defeat the Reapers. Just like how we unethically got the information for how to cure the genophage. It'll be worth it once we figure it out. I know someone's out there doing that right now. They have to be.
I can't get that place out of my head. The whole thing was so calculated, using hope to lure people to their deaths, or worse. I can't understand it. And I'm glad I can't. It makes me feel human. Just wondering what the refugees do now. I thought I'd heard of everything. Man. Hard to believe what was down there. Commander?
Everyone's gonna go to the Citadel probably, and just stay in the Citadel. Tali. Oh, Tali.
Shepard! Want a drink? I'm toasting Miranda, I think.
How are you getting drunk?
Very carefully. Taurian brandy, triple filtered, then introduced into the suit through an emergency induction port.
That's a straw, Tali.
Emergency induction port. It's actually getting a little harder to get it into the slot. I think that means it's working. She was so rude. What did Jack call her? Cerberus cheerleader? With her perfect genes and that attitude and still, she got it done. She stopped her father.
I didn't realize this would be so hard on you.
I didn't like her. Keela, she was such a bitch. But I respected her. Sometimes that's better than liking. She did whatever it took to stop her father. She never gave in to him, never changed herself to please him.
Tali grew up with a admiral for a father, and even just the Quarian culture in general is very family-oriented. A lot of pressures for her, especially as someone who is the daughter of an admiral.
Don't me. You sound like a Vorcha.
Seeing a bit of yourself in Miranda fighting her father?
I spent my life trying to live up to him. Then making up for his mistakes, doing what he'd have wanted.
It's never that easy.
When do we get to stop reacting to our parents and start living for ourselves?
When your parents are dead, like me!
The answer to that one's at the bottom of that glass.
I might need help with the induction straw. Port, you know.
Here's to Miranda.
Nice job, you genetically perfect Cerberus cheerleader Boshtet. Kila Solai.
I don't remember Miranda being that big of a bitch, though. Was she that bad? I mean, she was kinda when she was still on Cerberus' side, but nowadays, I think she's a lot more agreeable. You guys? Well, I mean, she was respecting her, though. She just didn't like that she respected her. That's all.
Just reviewing some charts.
Feel like we're all dead inside. Dr. Chuck was. Can we get Kelly Chambers back here? We can't, because even she's traumatized by everything back in too.
So the elusive man really believes he can control Reapers. Husks are one thing, but a whole fleet? The man is insane. A lot of Turians went to Sanctuary. When I meet the elusive man, I'm going to carve their names into his skull. So who needs their ass kicked now?
The elusive man, and not just his ass kicked, he needs to die. And Kai Lang left before we even got to see him.
Please enjoy your day.
How's Miranda?
She'll make a recovery.
I'm not surprised. Miranda always struck me as a driven woman. I'm glad she made it.
Everybody here is driven.
Perhaps we can talk later.
Miranda... She's not in the hospital, is she? She got a few scratches on her pretty little face, but that's pretty much it. I don't want more names on this. No. Okay. Oh. Self-determinating. From Edie. Thank you for speaking with me about the elusive man. I cannot guarantee myself error-free, but I will do my best. A synthetic telling me that they can't guarantee themselves to be error-free. Wow. Don't worry, just like Miranda says, nobody's perfect. Do you see them in the blackness of the cosmos? From Javik. But what if the ghosts are restless? What then? I imagine you have many. Try not to think about it. Need to requisition more tox filters. From Tali. Ow, head hurts. Why do people do this for fun? And what happened to my spell checker? You tell me. Yeah. I'm surprised there isn't more drinking on the Normandy. We saw Ash and Tali, and I think probably everybody's drinking their minds out when they're not on duty. But we can't really, because the Normandy is, no matter if you're off duty or on duty, you're on the Normandy. So you can't really party too hard, you know?
Commander?
We have literally 2 things left. Oh my goodness. Cerberus headquarters. What would we even do without Miranda? Without the tracker, we'd be lost right now. Miranda really is perfect. For someone who is not so perfect. Last but not least. Yep. And then Anderson's apartment will be doing after that? It's the very last thing that we should be doing, right? The last send-off. Pax. Surprisingly enough, no Reapers here. Anadius. Oh, I'm gonna run out of fuel when I come back. The one thing. That's it. Chrono Station. The MLA Red Supergiant Anadius is a minor footnote on the star maps of the Horsehead Nebula, a cold dying star of about 20 solar masses and 1500 times Sol's radius, not listed on any charts. An unobstructed space station is nearly imperceptible in the star's periodic bursts of solar output. Edie's advisory. The size and shape of the station suggests many ships could dock in it. Precise measurements would require active scans, which could reveal the Normandy's presence. Given the stakes, this level of accuracy is not recommended. So we're not gonna scan it.
Shepard, the intel you sent looks good. The fleets are ready to go.
But?
Once we're committed against Cerberus, it won't be long before the Reapers take notice.
And the Crucible?
Ready, except for the catalyst. But there's no way to hide the ships we'll be sending at Cerberus.
Wait.
Once we attack, the Crucible won't stay safe for long. For all intents and purposes, an assault on Cerberus will be the first stage of our attack on Earth.
Oh, am I supposed to go to the Citadel now?
What happens if Cerberus doesn't have the intel we need? Or they stop us from getting it?
Then we lead the fleets to Earth and we take our chances. But your intel points to Cerberus and the elusive man holding the information we're looking for. And we have the element of surprise. Cerberus won't know what hit him.
Okay, let's wait.
I want to make sure we're ready before we commit.
Understood. The fleets are ready when you are.
This is the last mission.
Commander, Admiral Hackett's available on VidCom.
For if we want to, whenever we want to launch the assault. Okay, that makes sense. I thought we had a little bit more, but no. This is it. So I guess we should be going to Anderson right now then. Okay. After this, we don't even know what's gonna happen to Earth or the whole galaxy, really. Makes sense. We're making final preparations. So we are having our final shore leave. That's what this is gonna be. What was actually the... This is just supposed to be like shore leave, right? There's no actual mission associated with this, is my understanding. Uh-oh. Now I'm gonna run out of fuel. Surprisingly, we're okay. Whew! And now we go back to the Citadel too, so no need to worry about refueling. Personal apartment.
Commander, I've got Admiral Anderson on the QEC. Patching him through to you now.
Shepard.
Admiral, how you holding up?
Day by day, Commander.
Yeah. Hackett sent me a message about this apartment.
I want you to have it. Take it off my hands.
Are you serious?
You need a place that's yours. Somewhere to recharge, clear your head. Kaylee wanted us to settle down there. Thing is, the longer I'm on Earth, the less I want to leave. And I want as few loose ends out there as possible. Like I said, you'd be doing me a favor.
Oh, wow.
That's very generous.
It's practical. We need you in the best shape possible. Rested. Focused.
If you say so. Thank you.
And make yourself at home, damn it. It's yours now.
I'm sure I can manage.
Okay, good. Been meaning to do that for a while. I'll talk to you soon.
Be careful out there, Anderson.
You too, Shepard.
He is really generous. He could have just said, hey, I'm not going to be here for a while, so you can use it as much as you'd like. But no, he said you can have it. Actually, kind of makes me wonder how much Shepard gets paid for all her work here. Because I don't get the impression she's very rich. Or rich at all. Ooh, notes for Anderson biography, relationships.
You never asked me about this,
I've received a new message.
my wife just called. My ex-wife. Nobody likes to talk about the toll that long months apart can have on military relationships. She wasn't military. She couldn't handle it. But it's not even about military and non-military, damn it, it's space flight. Space flight. Finding the mass relays, miracles of engineering. Human imagination rising to meet our desires. We pay a price for that curiosity, that drive. Our relationships suffer. People we love suffer. But that's reality, and it's worth the cost. I must have thought it was. I guess I still do. In the end, you just have to hope you made the right choices.
No kidding. Kind of get the impression that Shepard might have trouble relating to people outside the military. She's been here all her life. What is ringing? Oh, there's so much everywhere. Dinner at sushi place on me. Hey Shepard, got a few things I wanted to go over with you. With a Normandy and dry dock. I figured we can meet up at that Ryusei sushi place down in the wards. I hear it's the best. Joker. Ryusei means meteor in Japanese. Please don't tell me this is that one Irashimasu place. Oh, okay. This is a bit jarring because I was gearing up to go to Cerberus and all that, but hey, we need to relax from time to time too. Especially before a big mission. Especially. Let me have a look around the apartment first. Whoa, Anderson, you were raking in the big bucks.
A few months ago, I had a chance to sit down with one of Earth's most decorated soldiers, Admiral David Anderson. He was kind enough to answer my questions and talk about his career. Today, the Admiral is on Earth, leading the defense of our home against the Reapers. We have no communication with him or any soldiers on Earth, but we can't forget what they're doing for us. Tonight's show is dedicated to all of the soldiers out there, fighting and dying to keep us safe. Admiral Anderson, today marks the 30th anniversary of the N7 program. Can you describe your first day of training in this now famous program?
The Interplanetary Combatives Training Program is all business from day one.
How so?
We're given basic gear, then separated and stranded on an asteroid with no nav data. The test ends when the last person runs out of oxygen.
Sounds daunting. What happens to the ones who run out of air first?
Out of the program. The best N7s can survive alone, but work together to survive even longer.
That's very impressive, Admiral. Deep space survival training. That has to be so difficult. All of it would take such strength of character. Well, just plain strength. But then you seem like a strong person.
I'm sorry, is there a question in there?
Well, does the program make the man? Or do you think you were born for this?
It's a bit of both, I suppose. Every soldier reaches a point in their career, sometimes more than once, when they are asked to give more than they ever thought they could. That moment is the test. I've seen men and women, almost sure to fail, persevere long past the point of breaking. That experience changes them. Others, with all the gifts and abilities, fail in that moment. Sometimes they pick themselves up and carry on. Sometimes they're just done.
What about you? What was your moment?
I've had a few, none of which I'd like to share. But I think the toughest tests are still ahead of me.
What makes you say that?
Call it a hunch.
Soldier's intuition?
Something like that.
Do you trust your intuition? I mean, do you follow your heart over your mind?
Well, it depends on the day. No, I suppose if I were to be honest, I do trust my instincts. The problem is, war isn't orderly. And the enemy is never predictable. Even the most experienced veteran is going to find themselves in situations they haven't trained for. In those instances, and there's more than I'd like to admit, your instincts are the only thing keeping you alive. That, and the men and women you're fighting beside.
But soldiers are only as good as their leader, isn't that true?
Yeah. A good leader can make an okay squad great. A bad leader, well, war tends to make examples of them.
What makes a good leader, then?
A good leader is someone who values the life of his men over the success of the mission, but understands that sometimes the cost of failing a mission is higher than the cost of losing those men.
That's a terrible line to have to walk.
Yes, it is. But war is a terrible thing.
Thank you for your time, Admiral.
Thank you.
The remainder of this interview was to take a more personal look at Admiral Anderson's life. It wasn't finished when the Reapers invaded. We can only hope that the Admiral and the soldiers under his command survive to tell us the rest of their stories. I'm Khalisa Al-Jilani. Thank you for watching.
I miss Khalisa Al-Jilani. I miss her. It's been a long time since we've seen the regulars that we usually see, you know. What makes a good leader? Yeah, we're relaxing right now, but we're not abandoning the war. It's just a temporary respite. What is this catalog? Oh, is this necessary? Standard vanity. Okay. There's only one option though, so what's the... Maybe we get other options later on. Okay, that might be a little bit different. Accent wall? Maybe let's think about this later on then. I'll make it back to what it was originally. It looks like it was already placed down. Unless if this was supposed to be... I have no idea. Hey, Anderson has a lot of models too. And war medals.
No, it's fine. I got a few minutes. First contact war? Yeah. I was there. My first real combat. First for a lot of us. I remember one night early in the war, strapped to my seat as our transport approached the LZ. Everyone was dead silent. Just the sound of breathing. Good men. I trained with all of them. We were always joking and horsing around, but not this time. Just the rattle of the shuttle. And that heavy breathing. Everyone was thinking the same thing. We're off to fight alien invaders. Aliens. Think about that. We all grew up wondering what was out there. If we were alone in the universe. Now we knew. We weren't alone. And we were in trouble. So there we were. About to face an enemy as different and unknown as we could imagine. I knew I had to say something, keep the men relaxed. So I turned to the soldier beside me, Hendricks, I think, and asked him how his mother was doing. Fine, he said. Why? Because I heard your mama so ugly the Marines thought she was a Turian. Almost shot her. I got a few smiles. Then Hendricks turned to me and said, "Hell, Anderson, I heard it was a picture of your mama that started this goddamn war in the first place. Scared the Turians shitless." Everyone had a good laugh at that.
Damn.
And the boys fought great that night. Sometimes that's all it takes. A joke, a pat on the back. Just a little reminder that everything's gonna be okay.
It's really crazy that we're currently in this world during the time a little bit after humans first made contact with the rest of the galaxy, but not that. It hasn't really been that long. People who were born during when Earth was still just Earth are still alive today. That's crazy to think about. Enlisting.
What was I talking about? Early days, right? People ask why I joined the military. Everyone talks about honor, duty, sure. But that's never the whole truth. It's 100 little things that add up to commitment. I joined because of a dog. Yeah, a dog. This patchy, mean son of a bitch that used to bark at me every day on my way to school. He'd snarl and I'd start running. Scared the hell out of me. I was just a kid. I remember being in a bad mood one morning. Angry, I can't recall why. When that dog started in on me, I snapped. Started barking right back. We both kept at it until we had nothing left. Dog never bothered me again. Why'd I join the military? Sometimes you just gotta howl to make things right.
Surprised the dog didn't bite you back. Literally all bark and no bite. This is pretty. This mansion, I mean, this is a mansion. This is not an apartment. What the heck? There's 2 floors. Crazy. A little bit empty. Maybe a little bit much for one person. Is that the Normandy? It has been a while, but I didn't forget that the Normandy's captain, commander, used to be Anderson, and he passed it on to me. A little less lonely. Shepard.
Sure, I can talk about Commander Shepard. Big topic. There's been a lot written about the commander, but most of it isn't true. People are quick to judge. They don't know the whole story. I don't even know the whole story. But I know the woman. Worked with her. Fought with her. Trust her with my life. Shepard's had some rough patches. Who of us hasn't? She's been forced to fight a lot of battles alone. God only knows how she got out of some of that. Makes your head spin. Thing is, you never heard a complaint. Never once got, "No, sir, I can't do that." She never hesitated. Few people know what Shepard's been through. I'd like to think I come pretty close. And I worry sometimes she forgets. There's a whole bunch of people who lose sleep over her getting back home. Maybe it doesn't need to be said. Maybe we're too dumb to say it. Soldiers like the commander are rare. Women like Shepard, even more rare.
Shepard is special in the grand scheme of the universe. Not because she touched the Prothean beacon or anything like that, not because of her battle achievements, but the tenacity and the leadership and all that. Is Anderson writing a biography? Someone interviewing him? Is that what's going on? New questions.
Okay. I have your new questions here. As a leader, do I ever feel that the end justify the means? Spirit of law over word of law. I'm not going to touch that with a 10-foot pole, but I think I know what you're after. You're referring to the way I, arranged to have the Normandy released to Commander Shepard before the Battle of the Citadel. I'm not sure how valuable hindsight is to the military. Obviously, it worked out for the best. Without the Normandy and Commander Shepard free to do what they needed to do, what we needed them to do, Saren might have taken the Citadel. I think it's clear what a different galaxy this would be if that had happened. I did what I had to. If I had been wrong, I would have gladly accepted the repercussions. The real trick is never being wrong. If you're looking for more action and less philosophy in these notes, let me know.
Trusting your instincts? Anderson has been really behind my back since day one, giving me the Normandy, and then the whole thing about how when we were grounded, he punched Udina and let me go chase down Saren. And instinct is not based off nothing, it's based off those years of life experience. Counts for something.
Embarrassing moments? I've got more of those than anyone will ever know. Only way to learn something. But if I had to pick one to share, I had just gotten promoted to N7. Full of myself, king of the castle. Found myself buying drinks for undesirables in some rundown bar in the wards. They toasted my recent promotion. Hell, they would have toasted Batarian slavers if it had got them more drinks. About the time my money ran out, my new friends turned on me. I was outnumbered. Things didn't look good. My plan to get out of there involved lots of punching. Well, that worked for a while. Then a table hit me. Or I fell down. When I came to, I saw a Solarian putting the rest of the troublemakers down. A Solarian? Moved like a damn cat, I swear. When everybody was out cold. Or running. He walked over and helped me up. N7, he asked. Yes, sir, I replied. He looked over my collection of unconscious friends, nodding. Not bad, human, he said. And he walked away. I had met my first Spectre. Learned an important lesson that day. No matter how good you think you are, there's always somebody quicker, faster, and a hell of a lot smarter than you just around the corner. That little lesson's kept me alive more than once since then.
Absolutely, of course. There's a Chinese proverb that translates to something like, if you are among a group of 3 people, like you and 2 other people, you can always learn something from at least one of those 2 people. Normandy.
The Normandy? A brand new ship. My ship. You don't forget that moment. The first time you're standing there. The whole crew looking to you for direction. Unforgettable. I'd led men and women before that. Seen a lot of combat already. Always managed to find my way home in one piece. Do that a few times, you begin to think you know better than the next guy. Maybe you do, I don't know. But if you're lucky, really lucky, you find yourself on a good ship, in front of a good crew. A crew you can trust with your life. Gifted, disciplined, brave, all of them eager to set sail into the endless black ocean. I still remember my XO asking what my orders were.
Is that me?
Shepard, I said. Let's see what we can find.
Easy to forget, but Commander Shepard hasn't always been Commander Shepard. I used to be Captain Shepard. Earlier, Anderson mentioned that a good leader can make an okay squad better. Just imagine my squad, full of elites from every walk of life all over the galaxy, plus a good leader. Literally the best squad in the galaxy, not even just the world. What is this? Pretentious architecture? Okay. Okay, even worse. What the hell is that? Origami? Wow, there are so many lounges here, my god. Childhood.
Okay, so, tombstone data. Admiral David Edward Anderson. Not sure why anybody would be interested, but thanks for asking. I was born in London, June 8th, 2137. the last of 3 children born to Ursula and Paul Anderson. A nurse and a flight mechanic, respectively. But that's a little dry. Someone's gonna spice this up, right?
The writer.
For the spotlight. Anyway, where was I? It was a second marriage for my parents. They were almost 50 by the time they had me. My mother worked shifts, so my father would often take me to the base. While he worked, I watched transport ships and fighters take off. Worked his whole life around space travel, my father. But he never left Earth. Not for a day. He was a good man. But that's just a side note. Don't put that in. Who is it, Kaylee? Yes, I need to take that. I hope this is what you're after. I'll get to the more interesting N7 stuff next time.
Wait, when did he narrate this? I thought he and Kaylee Sanders hadn't spoken for a while. Until the war started. Turian experience.
The Turians? Well, I might not always see eye to eye with the politics and the individual. But I have a great respect for the Turian military. Any Alliance soldier lucky enough to take part in their training programs will certainly be better for it. Their precision, skill, and discipline come together in a way that's second to none. Not that I'm faulting our own people or training. It's just that after fighting Turians in the First Contact War, years later, I had the opportunity to observe and train on Palaven. It was a turning point for me. And I would encourage any soldier to try it. It's a unique experience to put yourself in the squad of a Turian commander. My commander was an uncompromising bastard named Bartix Oryx. If you can find him, just ask how the platoon I commanded was trounced in his strategy game. Humbly. But I've used what I learned that day many times. The xenophobes will have their say. But I think it's vital that we do more of this kind of cross-species training. There you go. And if you do find General Oryx, let me know. I owe him money.
It's like how the Normandy is a Turian human creation. Some cross-species collaboration here. Why is our weapon bench here? Are we gonna do some fighting? Hey, if we're getting near the end, then before we go to the Cerberus HQ, I definitely want to switch back to my best gun. I'm not gonna mess around anymore. Not that I think it really matters, but hey. Ooh. Time to be a little bit more casual. Maybe a little bit too casual. I like to think of Shepard as somebody who doesn't know how to relax. We'll see, we'll see. Oh! Oh my god! What? I can't get in, are you kidding me? Oh, that looks so relaxing. Wait, we gotta tell Trainer about this, okay? She tried that shower in my cabin. Try this one. Oh, it even looks so relaxing already. Is this really for one person? Anderson? You have like multiple bedrooms, multiple bathrooms? Normandy SR1.
You asked me to talk about the SSV Normandy. The Normandy SR1. As commander of the Tokyo, I was consulted on the Normandy's design and on board for her initial training exercises. The average person probably doesn't know that the Normandy was a joint project with the Turians. Acting CO, Eli Xander, was no diplomat. She ran out of patience with Turian posturing and politicking during construction. The chief architect of the Drive Corps, Octavio Tatum, and his team of Turian engineers were in the CIC for final training exercises. Tempers flared when Xander pushed the limits of the stealth system, waiting to vent the IES well past what Tatum was comfortable with. I tried to calm the situation, but it still ended with the Turian scientist in shackles and a human-Turian fistfight at Cora's den later. Funny now, when I first laid eyes on the Normandy, she was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. Day after that training run, Admiral Wright found me on the bridge. She's yours, he said. Can't trust her to Xander. Send me a list of crew from the Tokyo you'd like, and prep for your first mission. Short command thanks to Saren. Still, one of the highlights of a long career.
Sometimes it feels like Anderson is living a little bit vicariously through Shepard, fulfilling the whole first human Spectre mission and then becoming the commander of the Normandy. Well, I'm happy to see that. I hopefully have lived up to what he would have liked to see for himself. Okay, wow, this is a huge place. Anderson, like, I don't even know how I'm gonna fill the space here. Wow, this is... Have I even been everywhere yet? I think so. Oh. I thought I saw something. Okay. Joker? Where even are we? Like the nice part of the Citadel?